Welcome to Timberwolves Fast Break. He is Kevin Lynch. I am Annie Sabo. The Timberwolves, for the first time all season long, drop back-to-back games. This time to a struggling Memphis Grizzlies team who prior to tonight was 1-5, 137-121. The final, and Kevin, this loss hurts a little bit more.
Yeah, it stings. I mean, this is a game where I thought the Wolves had a great chance to go into this building, FedEx gymnasium, and take care of business. But I'll tell you what, it wasn't the offense's fault. I mean, the Wolves score 121 points. That's plenty of offense and points to get a W. It was on the other end where all the issues kind of occurred, and too many fast break points, points in the paint, offensive rebounds, and second chance points by Memphis. And they had a variety of guys that kind of took over at different times of this ball game, and Minnesota just could not slow them down. And it's like every time the Wolves made a little run, then Memphis would kind of surge ahead, Annie, and Minnesota just played catch-up all night and just kind of ran out of gas.
Well, it's time to move on and regroup. Let's take a look at some final numbers from this evening. Again, 137-121, your final. Take a look at the rebounds there. Memphis out-rebounding Minnesota 49-36. Kevin, you mentioned the fast break points. Memphis finishes with 26. And they also have 66 points inside the paint. Wow. Let's hear now from Ryan Saunders as to what hurt the Wolves most this evening.
That's what really dug us a hole was, just our inability to get back in transition tonight. I'll have to look at the film because I don't, hey, off the top of my head, I mean, I can't give a reason except for the fact that, we weren't communicating and we were getting cross-matched with things.
Hoops continue all week long right here on Fox Sports North. On Friday, the Wolves back at home to face the Golden State Warriors. The Warriors' defensive rating ranks 30th in the NBA. Our coverage begins at 6:30. Then on Sunday, the Denver Nuggets come to Minnesota. What a matchup that'll be. Tip-off a bit earlier at 2:30. Wolves Live beginning at 2 o'clock. And on Monday, the team back on the road at Detroit. Our coverage begins at 5:30. Kevin, not the end result we wanted to have. The Wolves moving to 4-3 on the season. A 16-point loss in Memphis. However, a really good chance to rebound on Friday against the Warriors.
Yeah, but we thought that tonight against this Memphis team. But no, the Warriors are depleted. I wouldn't be surprised, Annie, if they just kind of tank this season to a degree, try to get a high draft pick. They're not going back to the playoffs. They're not going to be obviously a factor as far as NBA championship. That's a shell of what that team used to be. But looking at that upcoming schedule, we've got two of the top centers coming to play the Wolves, and Nikola Jokic for Denver. He's always a handful. Him and Towns have kind of butted heads before. And then Andre Drummond with Detroit is always a handful as well. So it's going to be a tall task for Minnesota's big men to slow those behemoths down.
Hopefully no more fights, though, from Karl Anthony
No, we don't need that.
That'll do it for this Timberwolves Fast Break. We'll see you on Friday at 6:30.